Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Learn Technology in 5 Minutes by Makerdemy. I'm Tejaswini and I'm a part of the instructor team at Makerdemy. In this episode, we will learn about the Raspberry Pi Pico, the latest microcontroller based Pi board, its prominent features, and how it is different from the other members of the Pi family. The Raspberry Pi Pico was launched in January 2021 by the Raspberry Pi Foundation. As embedded enthusiasts, you must be familiar with the several versions of single board computers developed by the Raspberry Pi Foundation and their applications. But how is the Raspberry Pi Pico different? The Pi Pico is Raspberry Pi's first microcontroller based on a single chip. The main difference between the other Pi boards and the Pi Pico is that while all the other Raspberry Pis are microprocessors or single board computers, the Pi Pico is a microcontroller. This means that the Raspberry Pi Pico can be used to develop more specific embedded system applications like the Arduino microcontroller boards. But the Pi Pico is a level higher than a typical microcontroller. The Pi Pico contains the RP2040 microcontroller chip, which has a dual-core ARM Cortex M0 Plus that can run at 133 MHz. This is significantly faster than Arduino Uno's 16 MHz at Mega 328p. Also, the SRAM on the RP2040 is 264 KB as compared to Uno's SRAM of 2 KB. Added to this, the Raspberry Pi Pico is extremely budget friendly and also comes with a detailed datasheet for reference. Having said that, let us now move on to the more detailed features and technical aspects of the Raspberry Pi Pico board. This is the pinout diagram of Raspberry Pi Pico board. It was designed to be a low-cost and yet flexible development platform for the RP2040 microcontroller chip. It has a 2 MB flash and USB 1.1 with device and host support. The Pi Pico is a 40-pin board with 26 multifunctional GPIO pins and programmable IOs and 3 analog inputs. The Pi Pico has a 12-bit analog to digital converter and an onboard temperature sensor. It has various digital peripherals that include 2 UART, 2 I2C, 2 SPI, and 16 PWM channels. It also has a timer with 4 alarms and a real-time counter. The Pi Pico uses an onboard buck boost SMPS or switched mode power supply. This is able to generate the required 3.3 volts for the operation of the RP2040 chip from a wide range of input voltage to the Pico, ranging from 1.8 volts to 5.5 volts. This offers flexibility in choosing a power supply unit for the Pi Pico board. The recommended operating voltage is 3.3 volts. The Pico can be powered and programmed using a micro B USB cable. The current consumption of the Pico is less than 2 mA in sleep mode and less than 1 amp when it is rendering graphics. The Raspberry Pi Pico board is 51 by 21 mm in size and is designed to be a surface mount module as well as being in dual inline package or DIP format. It has dual-plated half-hole through-hole pins around its edges. This makes it ideal for applications that require low-profile design. If you need to know more details on the electrical and mechanical specifications of the Raspberry Pi Pico board, you can check out its datasheet. The link to the datasheet is given in the description below. To get started with programming the Raspberry Pi Pico, you only need to know C, C++ or MicroPython. The Pi Pico can be easily programmed using a Python editor like Thonny Python IDE. The Raspberry Pi official website also has documentation to help users get started with programming the Pi Pico. You can check it out in the link given in the description below. Thus, the Raspberry Pi Pico microcontroller can be used to develop embedded systems with a wide range of applications and is gaining popularity with its incredible powerful little RP2040 microcontroller chip. That is all folks. If you like this video, Smash the subscribe button and ring the bell to be updated about our future video releases.